Alright, hello again. Today we're going to go over derivatives of exponential functions. We'll start with y equals e to the x. This is the special case and it's the easiest. So we know the derivative of y equals e to the x, dy over d of x, or the same thing as y prime is equal to just e to the x. Alright, so what if we have a coefficient in front of that? So y equals e to the 3x. Then our derivative is e to the 3x times 3. Put that in front, 3 times e to the 3x. If you're looking for more standard form, that fits for all of them, y equals e to the kx, k being the coefficient. Then the derivative would be k times e to the kx. Now we can work our little chain rule that we know now. Y equals e to the 3x squared. Our derivative, I like to think about these as we just rewrite it. E to the 3x squared times the derivative of the numerator, or the exponent, which would be 6x, which is 6x times e to the 3x squared. If you wanted to u sub, we could u sub. I can say that u equals 3x squared, and the derivative would be 6x. I'd have the problem y equals e to the u. The derivative would be e to the u times du. So, plugging it in, e to the 3x squared times 6x, and there you have it. Might help for a little more complicated problems that you might get, but that's the basis of it. So now that was for the number e. Now we need the derivative of all bases. So we're going to have the base y equals b to the x. The derivative of y in terms of x would be same thing that we did before. We have b to the x, or e to the x, but now it's going to be times ln b. We'll go over why. If you can tell by now, maybe, that's why just the derivative of e to the x is e to the x. So using this, let's say y equals 2 to the x. Alright, well our derivative would be 2 to the x times ln 2. Nice and easy. Let's make that a little harder. Y equals 5 to the x squared. Our derivative would be, rewrite it, 5 to the x squared times ln of the base, ln of 5, and then we need that derivative of that exponent. So x squared would be 2x. And there you have it. Could rewrite it as ln 5 times 2 to the x, and have the base at the end, times 5 to the x squared. That doesn't really matter much. Maybe your professor might care, but it's the same result. So if we follow this first, our derivative would be b to the x times ln b. If we had y equals to e to the x, following that same formula, our derivative would be e to the x times ln e, and this right here we should know ln e equals 1. There you have it. Quick little video on derivative of exponential functions. Thank you.